If you haven't heard it, currently there is a collective, a march going on from Tunisia to Gaza. Thousands of people have come together with the attempt of walking or driving through Libya, Egypt, and then into Gaza through the Rafah border crossing to break the siege and to draw attention to literally this genocide. Now, there are layers to this, and those layers is what I want to talk about. On one hand, we have incredible unity, incredible passion, and the will and the knowledge and the awareness of knowing we have to do something. These are our siblings, we have to do something. And taking such a risk is more than the ordinary. It shows true humanity, in my own opinion. And especially when we are looking at the lack of unity in the whole Northern African part of the continent, the tribalism, the colorism, all the social oppression forms, discrimination, the political unrest and disagreements between different countries in North Africa, for example, Algeria and Morocco, just to mention one, then this is amazing. This is amazing. This is something that unites us all. And I'm so fucking proud. I'm so fucking proud. I cannot even... Like when I saw the videos first, I was sobbing. I was so fucking proud, honestly. But then I read this shit. And I felt, I don't even know what to say. Egypt, why are you bitching around? Why is an African country bitching around yet again? Why the fuck is the government of Egypt licking asses like that? Because that is literally what it is. Because this is now, Egypt is now the one holding the power of, yes, we are allowing these people to enter through the Sinai area into or close to the Rafah border crossing, or we are going to stop them and therefore bend over backwards to the pressure Israel is putting on Egypt. And if you are in this position and you have so much power, I know there is a lot to it. There is a lot of layers and a lot of politics and a lot of political relationships and that goes into this entire decision and that goes into this. But above all should be humanity. Above all should be the fact that this is a genocide. Above all should be the fact that Israel has committed multiple fucking war crimes in the last 2 years. The last one just pulling out a ship on international waters and now accusing these people of basically threatening them to sign a paper that states that they entered is not real, fucking illegally. There is a continuous violation of international law going on, of multiple international laws, by the way. This is not just pulling out, which by the way, considered when we're looking at it internationally, based on international law, that's fucking piracy. Let's be fucking for real, okay? And no, the Madeleine was not in Israeli territory. It wasn't. Because if it was, there wouldn't need to be the pressure of signing a paper that states that they entered is not real, illegally. When they pulled them out of Israeli water, that is it would have been clear. If that is the case, you do not need to state the facts. But the water was not Israeli territory. They know damn well what they did. The fact that these people are now in solitary confinement, European citizens, do I need to say more? And then there's Egypt, fucking licking asses. Shame. What a fucking shame for North Africa. What a fucking shame for North Africa. You see your siblings on the way risking themselves. I saw videos, women, children. There are people that are like, we don't care, we don't want this killed on our hands. They are marching, they've contributed themselves so that they can bring aid into a starving society. And then Egypt is like, oh, well, we cannot. Yes, the fuck you can. Yes, the fuck you can. Because you have Tunisia backing you up. You have the whole, you have Libya backing you up. I'm sure if shit goes down, you will have Morocco backing you up. You probably have Algeria backing you up. You have the entire North African region on your fucking back, supporting you. And you still were like, oh, we cannot open the borders. What a shame. What a fucking shame, honestly. I need people to understand that this goes far beyond political relationships. I don't give a shit what political relationship you have with the fucking colonizer. Because why the fuck would you, in the first place, want to have a political relationship with an apartheid state that is committing a genocide? Why the fuck would you want any type of political relationship with the government like that? What is there to gain that you cannot have on the African continent? That you cannot get from our siblings? I don't even care what part of Africa we are looking at. Why do you need to go outside for some fucking political relationships when the the continent has everything to offer that you need? No. You're there kissing asses from a colonizer state because they said so. Do you really think if all these countries would come together as one, nationalities aside, race aside, social hierarchy aside, economical background aside, I will be like, nah, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Open the borders, stop this genocide, or else we are stepping in. Israel will not back the fuck down. And I'm talking about the whole North African continent. I'm talking about the Middle East. I'm talking about Jordan. I'm talking about Yemen. I'm talking about Afghanistan. I'm talking about every fucking country in that part of the world coming together and collectively have a fucking meeting. Sit down, release a press statement, tell them if they don't stop the fucking genocide, there will be a war. But no, Israel says sit down and y'all will start the fuck backing. What a fucking shame. What a fucking shame. Where is your solidarity towards your own brothers and sisters? Your priority as an Egyptian should be Africa. It's not real. But lo and behold, the big dog backs. Egypt becomes a fucking chihuahua with much back, no action. Fucking shame.